So today's title is Types of Pictorial Drawings, and it's a review. Add that to your table of contents that you have. So the types of pictorials that I've gone over have been recently perspective style, one being the one-point perspective, where you've got a point in space, and let's say we have a box that we want to draw. We would draw the face of that, and then you would have lines going back to that vanishing point out in the back, which we can call, VP, vanishing point, and then we would pick the depth of that cube like that. Remember, this is the perspective of looking down a road. Or maybe better to say at the front of an object. Or you could say the face, but the front I'll put right here, the front of an object. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at the front of this. Something that is very similar to that would be oblique style. Keep in mind that there are two types of obliques. We've got one type that, let's see here, it's half an inch, would go back at 45 degrees, and we would use the full length of that line for half an inch. This would be a cabinet oblique. Sorry, cavalier. And then we have the cabinet version, which would be the same angles but half of that distance, to make it look a little bit more realistic and not like an extrudedly weird length square. Something to think about is the height is at 90 degrees, the width is at 0 degrees, and the depth is usually set at 45, though it can be any angle. Sorry, I didn't know I was off screen. My bad. So the height is 90 degrees. Width is 0 degrees, depth is 45. For the one-point perspective, I'll start to abbreviate these. Height is 90, width is 0, and depth is, angled to the VP. I'm just going to put at VP, like angled at the vanishing point. If I think about a two-point perspective, we've got 2 points to consider out here. I'm going to have an edge And I'm going to pick what looks like about a cube as best as I can. Maybe not the best drawn one. But with this, our height is still at 90 degrees. Our width, we have two vanishing points. We'll say vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2. Maybe that would be better if I wrote that down at the bottom, but I'll box it in so it's not mixed up with that. Our width, that's going at vanishing point 1 on the left, and our depth, that's at vanishing point 2 on the right. This is the perspective. Of looking down an intersection of two streets. Or at the edge of an object. Like this. This is an edge. We're looking right at that edge. Now remember, these are artistic styles and these are technical styles. So the similar to a two-point perspective would be an isometric. So an isometric has to be at those 30-degree angles. That's my isometric square. Again, our height, that's at 90 degrees, just like the two-point perspective. But the width, that's at 30 degrees, and the depth is also at 30 degrees. And maybe that makes you think, wait, why are they both at 30? They're going opposite directions. Shouldn't it be negative 30? Well, that's not the way it works in math. This is 30 degrees, and this is 30 degrees. Just because I come here and I measure this a certain distance, and if I measure it backwards, it doesn't make it negative. So length doesn't come out negative just because I'm measuring it this way or this way. If I run forward or backward, it doesn't become a negative number. It's the same with the angles. Those 30 degrees are opening at a 30-degree angle either way. The last one, and this one's a real challenge, is that three-point perspective. It's even a challenge to spell it. We got our 2 points. We'll say vanishing point 2, vanishing point 1, and you can have one further down over here, vanishing point 3. So we're starting with a point here. So let's pick out the lengths of our object here. Hopefully this turns out good. Alright, I think we did okay. It's not quite looking like a cube, but it's close. Maybe if I brought a little bit of measurement into it, it would have helped. But here's my cube. Again, now all the height, width, and depth, well, I don't think I'll label them, but I think you get the idea. They're all over the place. Vanishing point 3 and vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2. This is it's a bird's eye view. Or you could even say ant's eye view, depending on if you're high or above, or the perspective from So it's the perspective of looking at it from its corner here. That's our focal point as we have the different vanishing points. So this is to help you kind of have all the drawings in one place with their dimensions. And I hope this helps you centralize everything. And I'll see you later.